Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal Williams Foster, and for those who don't know, I'm a previously single mom. I'm currently a full-time digital entrepreneur, but before I got into this realm, I was a single mom for 10 years and I was robbing Peter to pay Paul. I worked in HR. I had built my pretty much career in that field. I was making about $62,000 a year and your girl was struggling. So what did I do? I took the last about $50 in my account and my laptop, not this one, trust me. And I launched an online business, and it was a fitness business, and it did really well. My first year, but second and third, amazing. And so from there, I launched other online businesses, and now I run multiple six-figure online businesses. And I have the opportunity and the pleasure to work with women like you every day who's trying to make money outside of their 9-to-5, whether it be online or just an extra side stream that you're thinking about. Well, this channel is for you. We have 3 videos. I'm gonna do this 3.5 because I try to post anywhere from 2 to 3 videos a week. And so those videos cover Mondays, which is our money making Mondays, like this, where we actually discuss how to make money outside of our 9-to-5s, because girl, we be needing extra money as moms, right? And then on Wednesday, we cover wellness, because originally I started this whole digital entrepreneur space with fitness. So we cover wellness though. That covers a little bit of fitness. It covers mental wellness, spiritual wellness, self-care, you name it. It all falls within there on Wednesdays. And then Fridays, we have Freestyle Fridays, where I pretty much give you what I want to give you. There's so many different, or should I say, I have so many different passions. People say I'm multifaceted, whatever you want to call it. And so on Fridays, you never know what type of video you're going to get. It might be about my hair. It might be a vlog. It might be a sit down couch conversation where I'm just going on about parenting and so forth, because I am a mom of a 13-year-old son who does have dyslexia and ADHD. So as you can imagine, doing that plus running these businesses digitally, it can get tricky at times, and I'm a newlywed. So if you want this type of lifestyle content from a digital entrepreneur, then I want you to go ahead and subscribe now, because trust me, after you get these gems today, girl, you're not going to leave anyway. Okay, so today we are going to be covering how to set up your portfolio for UGC. You guys can see that I am on Canva.com here, and this is going to be the free version. I do have a paid version as well, but I wanted to at least show you guys the free version so someone isn't thinking that they have to have the paid version to set up their Canva website, okay? So as you can see, I'm under templates. Let me actually go home just so you guys know exactly where I'm at, and when you come in here, you don't feel lost. So we're at the home. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is go to your templates, okay? Once you go over to templates, I want you to type in the website. Our website, not the website. It's funny, I always tease my mom because everything is the COVID, like it's an old person thing, so I might be getting old. Type in website, and as you can see, it's gonna give you website templates. So here's all of the pretty much examples that you guys can use to start your portfolio website, okay? Now, there's some free ones and there's some ones that you would have to pay for. I'm gonna go with the one that I recommend, pretty much easy to go with, and it was free. Mind you, you can pick whatever you want. So here we go, we have a custom template. So the reason why it was so easy for me is because I felt like I could just replace some of the information she put in place there, and I can just put my own information. And that's exactly what I did. So let's go ahead and go through this, and we'll cover the most important things with building your UGC portfolio. So first thing first, I decided to include a picture of myself. You want to make sure you're just aesthetically showing who you are, how you look. You know, one thing brands are looking for is the person that's going to be representing them. So try to make sure you pick a good overall picture of how you look. And so you want to come over here and you see this upload button here, or you can even go to your photos. I'm going to go to uploads as if you don't even have photos already in here. Uploads, and I'm just gonna pick a picture that's already here, as you guys can see there, and there we go. And let's bring this in so it's not too much. This is my wedding photo, which is one of the happiest days of my life. And so it really shows my figure. I think that's a great picture, as well as how I look when I am dolled up and I have a whole bunch of makeup on and whatnot. And so this way they get a full example of pretty much how I look, right? This is more of a staged photo. If I didn't use this, I would use one that is very, very natural, that still of course has me in makeup and shows my figure, but something more along the lines of me in my house maybe, since it is UGC. Okay, of course, we're gonna change the name. Oh, I missed my eye there. Okay, and then here, in regards to this section here, you really wanna put more or less so some concise information about you, okay? The goal is to go into information that's gonna help you stand out, but make it very concise, because you're not trying to make this a whole long paragraph. This is not your resume. You will not be mentioning that you worked for KFC in 2015, okay? So the first thing you're gonna notice is that everything is grouped together. I'm gonna ungroup these so that way they are not together, so I can pretty much move around each individual piece. And then I'm going to duplicate this. So now I have 2 of these. Okay. I'm going to put, I'm going to put here UGC creator. And then let's bring that in, because we don't need it to be that long. And so that way, at least it stands out there. I'm gonna probably change the color too. And let's make it bold. Okay, so there you have it. You have my name, you have my photo, and you have that I'm a UGC creator. In this little blurb about yourself, again, we're gonna make sure it's concise. It helps you stand out, as well as it sets you apart and makes them wanna read further. Take that blurb, and I'm just gonna put information that I already have in place here, guys. Let me open that up so that it's wider, so it feels more of the space. And then I'm gonna take the size down so that everything, oh no, hold on, give me 1 second, guys. Let me undo. Here's your undo button. There you go. Let me undo everything. Let me drop the size of everything, and here we go. So as you can see here, I am a user. So as you can see here, I am a user-generated content creator, not an influencer, who specializes in creating TikTok content that converts into sales. So that kind of already sets me apart. I'm pretty much saying I'm gonna get you more money. I've built multiple 6-figure online businesses with these skills. That's something that really sets me apart, and something I always mention in my pitches is that I have e-commerce businesses that I pretty much have built using UGC. And so those businesses have made me over $500,000 last year simply by doing the UGC. So if I can do that for myself, imagine what I can do for you. That's pretty much what my pitches usually go down the road of. That's how I stand myself out. So as you can see here, with these skills, and now as a UGC content creator, I make high quality, organic, and paid content, photos, videos for brands that will help drive their sales and increase their engagement on TikTok and IG. Excuse me. So as you can see, the goal is really to make sure you stand out. If you say, well, Crystal, I don't have 6-figure businesses, what's something else I can use in regards to that section, in regards to my bio? Then I would say, if you've ever done UGC, you want to make sure you use that area, maybe to drop in your stats. So if you've done UGC for a previous business, and they ran ads and TikTok ads with your content, ask them, can you please send me and let me know what was the click-through rate? What is the data on that? How many sales did I make you when running and using my ad? So that you can add it to this bio portion and say, my name is so-and-so, and I have a 75% click-through rate or something of that nature, so that you can pretty much jazz up this section in regards to your bio. I've seen it where people I've also seen it where people have used their degrees. If you have a degree in psychology like I do as well as in marketing. I've worked in marketing. I didn't mention that here, but I did do marketing for Verizon Wireless. I worked in their sponsorship department for one point as a marketing analyst. And so I can use that as well. So maybe using the skills that you already have from your current job that you're using, or even skills that you've used or gained from doing other brand deals or even UGC. And if you have none of that experience whatsoever, then what's gonna help you stand out is your personality. And so you wanna really highlight that you can deliver high level quality. Give me 1 second. Pence, I can't hear you. What's going on, baby? I can't hear you, so you're gonna have to close your door or something, because I'm recording. Use your personality. So that means go into how you are live, you are energetic, you are a one-stop shop in regards to making sure they get everything fulfilled and you leave their audience feeling engaged and wanting to buy. Sell yourself in that section if that's all you have, and don't feel discouraged if you don't have data, notes, or even previous work history, okay? So then from there, you're gonna notice that you can put your name here. Let's see here. Okay. For these right here, you're going to want to plug in your individual handles. Okay. So let's go ahead and I'll show you the TikTok. And then from there, you can learn how to link all of these. Okay. So since they don't have a TikTok symbol, you're going to go over to elements, and it might actually be here since I use these all the time. Okay. TikTok icon. Let's get one that is similar if there's any, since the other ones are. And we see these here. Okay. And so let's go ahead and we're going to just shrink it down so that it is aligned with the other icons here. And I'm going to move it over. And to move it over, guys, you can use this to move it over. I am on my computer, so you can also use the arrows if you want to move it over. And I'm using my arrow now to move it over. Okay, now let's actually link it here. So I'm just going to copy that. Let's go back to our thing here. And I am going to now link this to this. So I pretty much used both of my fingers. I have a Mac, so I hope it's the same. I don't know if it's the same on Windows, but I pretty much just clicked on here to link, and the link that I'm gonna put is the one that we just got from my thing. So now, as you guys can see, this now has a link. Link has been added. So as of right now, you would need to add all of these in. And mind you, if you don't have all these, that's perfectly fine. Like for example, I definitely would not be adding my LinkedIn. I don't use it like that for me to add it in, but I would, and I definitely don't use this. So I probably would only have those. I would also add, if this is just me, an email icon. Me personally, look, one that's not pro. I swear all the ones that I would like are actually pro. Let's see, can we change this color on this one? I wonder. We can. Perfect. Okay. So I would add an email icon as well, like I'm doing here. It's 34. That way they would know how to contact me. And then I'm going to just duplicate this. This just makes typing so much easier than versus adding a text box. And then as you guys can see, okay, let's move that over. So there you go. You have your bio, you have your name, you have a picture, and you have all the ways to contact you, okay? So this is the first page of your UGC portfolio. I'm also going to remove these only because I'm not going to be linking anything back to these. There's not going to be any shortcuts to get to the pages, but you can keep them and you can actually use those as shortcuts. I'm going to hit add page, And your next page, you're pretty much just gonna go into what UGC is and why UGC. Now, mind you, most brands do know what UGC is, but you never know. You might be coming across a brand that doesn't know. Again, just like our bio, we don't want it to be all wordy and long. We wanna make sure we are concise. What is UGC, why you should do it, and more or less so maybe even why you should pick me. So let's get into that. I'm just gonna put this because I already have it saved. And then I'm gonna move it up. And then this, as you can see, here's the font, Open Sans, but I wanted to match this font. So this was medium. There we go. That way it's a little bit more cohesive in regards to the fonts, okay? And I do think this is just a little bit too big for me. Okay. There we go. And honestly, I would make this stand out just a little bit with some type of color. Either here, 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 or here. Okay. Okay, so then from there, now that I've showed you how to create text, I'm gonna go back to what I normally do, which is literally just taking a previous paragraph and throwing it in. That way now I can just work with this. It just makes it faster. And I'm gonna open this up since there's not a photo here. And now I'm gonna fill it in with information on why their brand would need to use UGC. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna paste what I already have in place. And as you can see, it's kind of centered. So I'm gonna move this over so that way it's not centered anymore. And honestly, I don't want it to be as long as that. I don't want it to be blue. We can go back to black. And I don't even think I want it to be bold. Okay. Okay, so here we go. And this pretty much covers why the brand needs UGC. This is what I used for my own as well. Now, keep in mind, you don't want to copy. You want to make sure that as we're going through this process, you're just putting in what you think why the brand would need UGC, or you don't even have to make this portion why they need UGC. This is just in case, again, if someone doesn't know what UGC is. Next thing that I would do is I would also let them know why they should be going with me over other content creators. Okay, and there we go. Why my content will drive sales. I'm just going to duplicate this box just so I have the box here. Okay, and then from there, I'm going to add in what I've already have typed up. And this is just some examples of why my content will drive more sales, okay? And this is some of the examples that I used on my own. I'm not gonna fill it in detail for everything that I put into my portfolio, but just so you can get an idea of what the second page is for them, just so you can get an idea of what the second page should kind of look like. So you have your introduction, you have kind of what UGC is, and honestly, why my content will work for them, okay? Let's go into our third page here, guys. Let's add a text box. And let's add this in so that way, and then let's stretch it out. Okay, so as you go into your next page, they can automatically see previous content that I've already created. See previous brands I've created for, and so now you're going to, this is where you're gonna upload those videos. So if you haven't watched part one where I talk about creating the content around your house and having those videos, this is where you would want to upload those videos, as well as your social sites so people can see what you're capable of. You also want to upload them here, okay? So what we're going to do is just going to find a frame. We're going to go to elements. Okay, so now you just want to find a frame, and I don't like the outline on that one. Here, this is a good one. Let's just use the phone frame. There we go. And let's just duplicate that. So that way we have them across here. Let's line them up so that they're all the same height. Okay, and now that you have your frames in place, you just need your videos. And so this is where those videos that you would have created after watching part 1, you would have created those videos with content using, you would have created videos using content around your house. This is where you'll actually upload those now. So let's go into my uploads here and let's go to videos, because you have your images here and your videos, and let's just upload a video. And let's put that in there. And so that'll be one of the videos for me. Let's see. Let's do this one. There's not much talking, just music. Okay, and let's do this one. Okay, and as you guys can see, and I'll just throw another one in there since there's another. Okay. So as you guys can see, guys, I do have watermarks on my videos. You do not have to have that on your videos if you don't want to. I just watermark everything because usually this content that's in this portfolio has been either sent to a brand for them to see if they wanted to work with me, or it has been used. So I just like to keep everything covered in my name. Okay. So here you go. This is where you'll throw in previous content that you've created. And I honestly recommend that you give them, a really good variety in regards to the content that you create. So maybe do an unboxing. As you can see, this is an unboxing for me. And then I have kind of one that just plays music and I'm putting in a fashion haul. So I'm trying on an outfit in this one. Here's one me doing my makeup for a beauty brand and as well as skincare. So, and this one is story time, whereas this one is, neither one of these are talking head. I thought this was a talking head. This is a trending sound. Now keep in mind also, guys, when you're using these videos and you're uploading them to your portfolio, just something to note here, and we'll cover this more in the course in regards to sounds. But when you are sending sounds and content to brands, you have to make sure that you are not using sounds that are not copyrighted, okay? That are copyrighted, sorry, not copyrighted. You wanna make sure you're not using sounds that are copyrighted. So keep that in mind, that if these brands are gonna be using it for organic, there are some of the TikTok trending sounds that you guys can use and get away with. But if they're gonna be running ads on these types of things, you have to make sure that the content that you're creating is not using what I call a business sound that isn't approved, right? Because all sounds are not approved for business use. And so you want to keep that in mind, okay, guys? And in the course, we'll cover how to find sounds and so forth that are approved. But in the meantime, if you're creating these things, even though your portfolio might have a trending sound and so forth, don't think that you can use that same sound to recreate that idea for the brand, or use that content for the brand themselves and tell them they can actually run ads on it, when in reality they can't, because the sound is a sound that is copyrighted, okay? Something to note there. Okay, so back here, guys, you have your, now all of your previous works. The next thing you want to do is click on each video, and then you want to go to playback and you want to turn off autoplay. If you do not do this for each individual video, guys, what's going to happen is when they log into your website, they're going to notice that everything is playing all at once and all of the sound to be going. It's just going to be a mess. So really make sure you take your time with every video you upload, because remember, I'm a upload, change your portfolio addict. I have to always be mindful to turn those off autoplay. Okay, so now that we have our first 3 pages into our portfolio, let's go into our next page, which is going to be pricing. Okay, ignore that. You can decide on what you want to charge in regards to pricing. So I will at least show you what my starting prices was when I first started UGC in regards to pricing. And this was me just starting out, wanting to create content. My business, they weren't even at, I was making less than $5,000 a month in my e-commerce businesses that I was doing UGC for. So keep that in mind as well. So not making less than $5,000 a month doing UGC or using UGC and creating UGC. I was only making less than $5,000 a month. Here are those rates that I was charging at that time. Okay, so let's start with our title of this page, pricing. And then let's just double check. Okay, yes, I want to make sure. Okay, perfect. So we have our pricing. You can call it pricing, you can call it rates, ad rates, whatever you like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put in my old rates there. So as you can see, starting off, their first video package, they could either do 2 videos or 5 photos or both. So those are my starting rates. You couldn't get 1 video from me. I just didn't have the time to create 1 video. So 2 videos as well as 5 photos were my starting packages. So if you just wanted photos, then you can also get those, but you have to get a minimum of 5 for $250, okay? Something to think about when you're first starting off is, do I really want to sell 1 photo? And if so, what is that cost going to really look like? Or if I really want to sell 1 video, if so, what does that cost? I ultimately thought, yeah, I'm not doing 1 videos and 1 photos. You can do at least a minimum of 2. And it really just helps shows my range, gives me a little bit more income here, but also shows the brand a variety. I would hate to send you 1 and then you don't like it versus me sending you 2. And it's like, oh, okay, there's potential here. At least that's what I thought back then, right? So that's the first one. Our second one here, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in as well. And as you can see, this will be the second package if they wanted to do pricing with me. Third, there we go. Okay, and then there. So those, and that'll cover my pricing rates for UGC. So as you guys can see, the starter packages, mid-tier, getting up there, and then voila. Okay, keep in mind, pricing is really determined by you. And that's one of the reasons why I removed it from my portfolio, is because every project is different and it made negotiating harder. And then last but not least, you have your contact me page. Now, mind you, you have all of your you have all of your contacts on your first page, but just in case they want to see it one more time. So for the sake of time though, I'm only going to add in the email here that we have above, just for time purposes. And let's get a title for this page. But you can go ahead and decide on how you want to do your contact page. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do this. And then I'm gonna add an element just so we have that email aspect again, and let's change it back to black. Again, this is not how, again, this is up to you, but just so I have a contact page and you can decide on how you want to do that, okay? Now that you have all of your pages, you have who you are, what UGC is, you have what you're capable of doing, you've turned off the autoplay, you have your pricing, and you have your contact sheet. You want to just more or less, so you want to go up here and click on publish as a website, okay? And then from there, you have a free domain, as you guys can see that it's offering. So let's go ahead and continue. And we also have resize on mobile because we want to make sure that it looks great on mobile. So we can go ahead and hit a preview version here so you can at least see the desktop. This is how it would look. And let's just check out our mobile version. So when coming through, it's looking great. It's looking great. Ah, that's perfect. I love how those 4 there have your pricing and your contact me. So this is how it will look if they're on their phones. Okay. Let's hit close there and publish as a website, resize, free domain. Let's hit continue there. And I don't have a description here whatsoever for mine, but you can definitely add a description if you like. I don't have any password protection in place because I want everyone to have access, as well as I'm not hiding my stuff from the engine. I'm not hiding my website from the search engines. I want everybody to be able to find me, okay? So let's go ahead and hit publish there. Da, da, da. Everything has its beauty. Perfect. And so now I have this link, And now that you've copied that link, you would go and you would put this link in your Twitter. You can put it in your bio on your Instagram. You can actually, if you have a stand store like myself, add it to your stand store. But also, this is the link that you will be sending the brands when you're pitching them, okay? And your website is up and running. If you want to just double check, here we go. I just copied that link, putting it there, and then look, what we just created is there, okay? And that sums up how to create your portfolio for UGC. Again, this series is not done. We still have to go over pitching and go over so many other things. So make sure you tune in every Monday. Again, guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope it wasn't too all over the place. If you guys liked it, please make sure you thumbs up so I can keep these coming. Okay, if you don't tell me you like it, I don't want to keep giving stuff you don't like. Make sure you subscribe, but most importantly, as I said earlier, make sure you share, guys. All in all, I hope this was a great video. I hope it was very informative. I hope you guys got everything you need. If you need me, I'm available. I have one-on-ones available. You can also leave a comment below. I try to respond to as many as possible, guys. Don't feel like you're alone. We're all in this together, and thank you so much for your support. Now let's go ahead and end in prayer so we can make sure we are set for the tone for the rest of this week and get this money. Dear Lord, Heavenly Father, I come to you today and I just want to say thank you. I just feel so amazed at so many of the women that have already reached out and said that their lives are changing because they started this journey. So I just want to take the time first and foremost, God, just to thank you for the opportunity to speak to your children, Father. Thank you for using me as a vessel. I'm very humbled, appreciative, honored, and just grateful that you even saw me fit to even do this. Thank you, God, for letting me speak to them. I pray that, God, that everyone that watched this video, that their ears were open, that their hearts were open, God, and they were just able to receive all of the information that I provided them, God. And any doubt that might have been there, God, just remove it. You have no way here, no way doubt, okay? And I pray, Father, that they take the information, they apply the information, God, and that any procrastination that may have been there, Father, remove it. It does not belong here. Anything that's not like you, that's going to hold them back from using the gems that you just provided for them, God, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. It cannot stay here. You have purpose for their lives, God. You said that they shall not lack. And so, Father God, I pray that they actually start to do the work and that you actually give them abundance as they go out and grow financially, spiritually, physically, you name it, God. I pray that this message touches them in such a way that it impacts their lives from this day forward. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Thank you guys again for joining. Thank you for watching, subscribing, liking, and sharing. And thank you for going after becoming the best version of yourself. I know it's not easy. Going to work, having a job, going to work, having the 9-to-5, managing the kids, trying to figure out how to make more money. I know it's not easy, but just know you're not alone, that there are people out there like myself that have done it, that have made it. There are people out there like myself that have been where you are, and we have been able to pull ourselves up. So if I can, you can too. Thank you again. Stay encouraged, and I hope to see you next Monday.